Hello guys, in this video we'll learn how to create REST APIs in Rust. So first of all, we need few dependencies. So move to your cargo toml file and make sure you add these dependencies. Now if you have been following this series, you already know that Tokyo we use as an executor for our async programming, and Axiom in Rust helps you create REST APIs. Now there are other libraries as well, such as Actix and RocketRS, but I prefer Axiom because it's very popular among the Rust community and the documentation is very rich. So I will also add the link of the documentation in the description. You can check it out and play around. Once you build your project, after adding these dependencies, just let's move to our main method. Let's make our main as async, and here we'll add Tokyo main because we want our server to be running. And now let's create our first endpoint handler. So let's say our first endpoint just returns current instant. So our output is status code and string. Now here we'll create a formatted string and we will use the format macro. Hello world, and then here we'll pass our instant now to on. Let's add the format, and now we'll pass our status code as okay. There are different other status code that you can definitely try, and then formatted str. So this is our first endpoint handler. Now let's create an app. So we'll say let app router new, and here we'll say route slash time, and our first method is get, and we'll pass our handler get current instant. Now if you want to add multiple endpoints, then obviously you can create another route, let's say slash add user, and then here you can define your method, let's say post, get, delete, anything that you want to use with the handler. For now we'll just use route as time and endpoint as get. So now let's add a listener. So we'll say let listener and Tokyo net TCP listener and bind. So here you have to pass the address where you are listening. So for now we are listening on 0.0.0, and let's say the port as we can use the port as 3000 dot await dot unwrap. So this is our listener edit. Now we will just serve our URL. So we'll say axiom serve, and we'll pass our listener and the app, then await unwrap. So this is our first server ready to listen to our traffic which is coming to this URL. So let's add one thing, which is print listening, and there you go. So let's do cargo run. Okay, as you can see, our app has started listening and there is no errors. So what we can do is use some tool to test our endpoint. I'll be using Insomnia, and here we can add our URL http. Okay, by default it's http. So what we can do is localhost, and our port is 3000 and slash time. So let's send a request, and there you go, we receive our first response with hello world and the instant. So that's it guys. If you reach till here, then congratulations, kudos, you just created your first server in Rust, and you just listened and create your first endpoint. We'll be using lots of this same library in videos to come, so make sure you practice it with different endpoints, play around. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll catch you guys in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, thanks for watching.